Hi, I'm Raquel, and this is Law Librarian Plans. It's time to decorate my social media planner for the week of November 3rd. I chose the Blushing Fall Florals by Keleva Plants sticker book. It's one of the too many sticker books that I own, so I'm trying to make the rotation between all of them. And it looks like I've used this book before, but I want to see. Oh, we still have plenty of stuff in here, though. Oh, I see. I've used some of it. Oh, lots of boxes. That's very cool. Where are the blossoms, though? I need to find some blossoms. What am I missing here? Am I missing something here? Oh, it's my blossoms are, or have I used them all? I am so confused right now because I don't see any. I see lots of pumpkins. Let's see. All right, so they're all back here. All right, good. So I was worried there for a second, my friends. I was like, what's going on? So let me start. I think I'm going to do, I think I wanted to do boxes in the middle and then deco in the bottom. So, and this is the only deco really is the pumpkins and the blooms. So I'm going to be mindful of that as I decorate. So let's see, I'm going to move this page up here. This is a nice big one and it would fit nicely in this corner. So I'm going to start with that one. And we're going to get those lines covered, perhaps. I think this pen is on its way out, which is why it's giving me so much grief. I can see it doesn't have a ton of ink left, but never fear because there are more of those in the stash. I buy these by the dozen from Amazon. It's the uh, most reasonable price I can find for them. And I know, yes, Amazon is not a nice place, but we're all strapped for money at this point, and I am making the best choices that I can do, the things I want to do, the fun things I want to do, and not break the bank. So let's do that. There are also decorative boxes in this book, so I'm going to probably use some of those to fill in the space because otherwise I won't have enough deco to do any more spreads if I use them all in this. And there's still a fair number of boxes, as you saw. All right, so that's that. And let's grab this beautiful cluster that's right here. I think I'm going to try to peel it off from the corner with my finger. I do have very, very pointy, sharp tweezers, but I still don't find them that they work well for me with this very thin sticker paper. And I appreciate that it's thin because that means my planner doesn't get super thick, but at the same time, it's really hard to work with sometimes. All right, so let's see if we can get this beautiful pumpkin cluster nice and straight on this line, nice and straight on the side. And I'm going to have to white out some on the top, which I did not realize, not there. You know what? I'm not because it's only the dark part of the pumpkin that's hitting that. So you barely see it through that side. All right, so there's one cluster. That is fabulous. Now, let's see. What else do I want to do here? And I'll leave some more of those. Oh, I can use a quote. That is good. Uh, Inhale grace, exhale gratitude. I like that. I like that. Probably a good thing for me to keep front and center, see it all week. Okay. So I am heading to CPC the day after this video publishes, which is going to be Thursday the 6th. And I am not too worried about my flight there. My flight there is super early in the morning. I'm hoping I'm going to get out of here on time. Um, I'll get there before 7 o'clock in the morning because of course we're going backwards from the East Coast to the west to the Midwest. But I am super nervous about my flight back because it's one of the flights at the end of the day, and with the government shutdown, and there's no political statement there. There's a government shutdown right now. It's very possible that my flight might get delayed or canceled. I have a plan B. I don't want to use my plan B, which is to hop on a train, but I haven't even booked a train, so I probably should try to book one and then cancel it the day, you know, or not cancel it, but well, I suppose if the shutdown ends, I could cancel it, but I don't see that happening anytime soon, so I don't want to get my hopes up. Oh, quotes in color. Could have put a quote in color. Oh well, maybe next time. All right, this has tons of boxes, which is great. It's going to be very, very useful when it's time for me to set up this middle section. I think I'm going to use a floral because we've used lots and lots of, and there's tons of decorated boxes, by the way. There's all these, and there's also more further on. So I'll use this one here. Cover that up. And then maybe another pumpkin and maybe another box, and that would do the trick. Maybe a floral. No, because I just put a floral down, didn't I? Maybe a pumpkin. I said that. I said a pumpkin. I'm going to use this brown pumpkin. I think it's very pretty. So yes, I'm a little bit nervous about getting home. I have Monday off and I have Tuesday off for the Veterans Day holiday. But you know, I'd rather not spend that in Chicago if I don't have to. Not because I don't love Chicago, because I absolutely do, but because I love my husband more and I'd like to come home to him. So we'll see how that shakes out. But suffice it to say, my nerves are a little bit shot about the whole thing happening right now. Oh, I'm going to use another floral, and I'm going to use this one because it matches the color of the background. So I think it's a good kind of to bound that that pumpkin, so to speak. Okay. All right. Let's get this one here like so. All right, that takes care of the decoration in the bottom. And now it's time to start putting boxes. I'm going to look at my reference here of what's happening this week. So, I think I need boxes. No, I'm good. All right. I'm figuring this out. All right. So let's take a look here. So I picked different size boxes depending on how much I have to write each day. And what I use that section is for where I'm going to share on Facebook. I share many of my spreads on Facebook groups. So it's helpful to know like this one could go in this group and whatnot. I'm trying to be mindful of the rules as well. Many other groups do have rules about what you can post and when you can post and all that good stuff. So I just want to be a good citizen um, of the Facebooks. Oh, I love the washi strips on this one. This one is great because it has also boxes for dashboard, which is my that's what I use for a catch haul. So it also has monthly boxes, ample amounts of monthly boxes. What was I looking for? Oh, I was looking for, oh my God, I was looking for patterned boxes, but I only saw the big ones. I don't think I saw any small ones that have a patterned edge, not a patterned box like those full boxes that I used. But yeah, there's not much option there. Okay, so Monday I need a smaller box, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. And I'm going to use it right here. I don't think I'm going to add any decoration on those first 2 days because we have that very large cluster that's decorative enough. Then on Tuesday, I'm only posting in one group again, so I think I'll go ahead and use this one. It's kind of fun that it matches the pumpkin underneath it, kind of sorta. Let's see, I don't, this looks a tiny bit crooked to me, so I want to lift it and straighten it before I place the one next to it. Oops, there we go. I'm trying to center it, straighten it as much as possible and center it on that box. Okay, good. And then this one then can go next to it and it works. Then on Wednesday, I need a double box or a bigger box, I should say. So I can use one of these square ones. That's about it. I was gonna say I can use it. Oh, wait, nope. I have these, but I know I'll use a square one. I think a square one would be good. I'm gonna use this green one, and I do realize that that means I can't decorate, but that's okay. I'm gonna be okay. We still have that decorative pumpkin going on underneath, so all right. Then now I can pick any color because now I'm here and I don't have anything. So let's look at the decorations and see. And yes, I have all those hexagons which I could use, which are very lovely, but I want to save them for something special. And that's the story of my life. I'm always saving everything for something special. This book is great because it also has currently words. So this, if you have this book, go back to it if you haven't used it in a while because it's a pretty good all around book um, compared to many others. So I think I'd love to have a pale pumpkin over here. So let's see if there's a pale box that matches. This is a paler color. There's these beige pumpkins, ivory really. There's no ivory, so I think this is the closest color. And I think I need a double box for that as well. That's weird how it's all shaping out. So not that one though. I'm gonna use, where is it? The other shape that's a little bit bigger than this. Let's see. There we go. I think. No, that's not it either. There we go. This is the one I'm looking for. Right here, which is a tiny bit bigger than this one. See? But it still gives me some room to decorate. So I'm going to put this one like so. And I think I'm going to see if my pumpkin that I just selected, this little one right here, will work in that spot with that box there. I'm having trouble getting it off the page. So there we go. What I'm afraid is when I use this, I have to be very careful because this can just basically kill the sticker. I'm going to cut off the bottom of this. I hope I didn't cut off part of the pumpkin. I think I did, but that's okay. Get it right there. And again, it doesn't matter that's like in the line because frankly, actually that pumpkin is more this color, but that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Friday, Friday, just a regular size box. So maybe, let's see, maybe we'll use this pretty green right here. And yeah, that pretty green works. I'm trying to again center it a little bit. Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. I think also a smallish one. So we're gonna go to the brown. I love the fact that these are working out so perfectly with the colors of the deco below. And then Sunday, also a small box. So let's use this gold, which we haven't used yet. And now what I think I'm going to do to finish the decoration, because now it's looking kind of sad and undecorated, this section here. I was good over here because, again, I have this big pumpkin. I'm going to see if I have a floral that can go across. I think I saw some florals that might do the trick. Yeah, like something like that, maybe. Or maybe something else. So still plenty of deco for future spreads, which makes me happy. Yeah, I think I like that. That's a good decorative element that I can use across. Now I'm going to find my pen and white out these lines up here. I want it to go across the top, sort of like an arch of flowers to go on top of this. And now I'm going to get that off the page. And the only thing that's really left to do after I get this arch down is to put some bullet points and to do our sidebar, which I haven't even thought about what I want to do there. But all right, so I'm going to have to white out that line and some of what's on top. So let's white out like so. Probably more than I actually need. So I would love, I'm going to ask a random question, but I would love to hear what you're watching on TV this fall. So several of my favorite shows got canceled last after last season. One of them was a one season show, which was a fun escapist kind of nonsense, and then there was a couple of shows, sort of crime shows that I really enjoyed, and they got canceled for basketball. I'm sorry, I like basketball, but not enough to have my favorite shows canceled. So that was kind of a bummer, really. I'm gonna cut off the bottom here and here. Hopefully, I'm cutting enough. Oops, my scissors. My scissors need to be cleaned. Um, but um, but yeah, but good shows that remain. Matlock. Kathy Bates is brilliant. I didn't even cut that remotely straight, but that's okay. So Matlock is still on, and I love that. I'm an SVU geek, so my SVU shows are still on. And another show from last year that I really enjoy, which did come back, is High Potential. Um, and that has been a lot of fun again this season. So let me know. Let me know in the comments what do you watch on TV. I'm always in search of new shows. Bridgerton is coming back. I'm so excited because I was not a Bridgerton person, but then I saw the ads for, or I saw stuff about season 3 with Colin, Penelope and Colin, and I decided to watch it because I'm a Kirby girl myself, and I wanted to see how they did the love story, and I thought it was fabulous and brilliant and all that, and now I'm hooked. I'm probably gonna go back and watch season 2 because I'm a girl of color, so I want to see how they did that season with Kate. I mean, there's no mention of color, Rhea, or at least that I have seen in the show. Um, but I like the fact that the diversity in the show, and so I want to see that season. And of course, Jonathan Bailey is gorgeous. So I want to see it for that, but also because it looks like a fun story of, like basically they don't like each other kind of thing, and friend enemies to lovers kind of deal. And it actually reawakened my interest in romance novels, which is not something that I have read in a long time, but I used to read them a lot. I used to read steamy romances when I was in college and would devour, I don't even know how many books um, every week. And so um, I'm not that fast anymore and don't have that much time to read that many books anymore, but boy, kind of fun. So anyway, let me know if you're a Bridgerton fan. I'm kicking myself for not picking up the collection, but I wasn't a fan when Happy Planner had their Bridgerton collection. And so did I do the right color? Yes, I did. So I'm hoping, I'm looking forward to catching that. And then all my shows are going to come back. I'm trying to think, I'm forgetting a show. Oh, 911, which is another one of my guilty pleasures. I started watching 911 completely by chance, and probably the one episode arc that I close my eyes every time it comes on. But I love the show so much I started watching it. And if you watch that show, let me know what you think about the death of a major character that happened at the end of season 8. Um, Still bummed out about that. I Pretty hilarious to see what people are commenting about it on social media, because there's some very angry people who are like, I don't want to watch the show anymore because you killed my favorite character, and he is a fabulous actor. Um, but I like the show. I think it's a good escapist kind of fun rom. You have to suspend your disbelief. I will say that much. Just if you're looking for veracity and stuff like that, the most real thing that they have done is killing off a major character. It's first responders, so it might trigger you if you have first responders in your family. So I would say, with caution, proceed with caution, but it's funny and it's completely outrageous. And the emergencies that come up are absolutely crazy, but it's a fun show. And there's some very good looking people on the cast. So again, I don't pick my shows by the cast. I pick my shows for entertainment, but this is a nice little side bonus that I am not complaining about. All right. I love this box, which is now completely wrinkled. I don't know why I'm trying to do this on the page because this is not how I usually decorate, but I'm not taking this off the discs, and it's going faster than I thought. Okay, I gotta straighten this out a little bit because I wrinkled this sticker a little bit, and now I gotta fix that problem. Okay, there we go. I'm still surprised that things are even remotely straight since I'm doing them without taking the paper off, but they are straight. Look at that, my friends. All right, and then let's put another quote over here because we have a little bit of room, and maybe this time I will find one that's colorful. Gratitude is a happy place to be. Yes, yes it is. Expect nothing and be grateful for everything. That's another good one too. Kind of small, and I don't know that I love that color, so I think I'm going to use this one right here. Oops, if I can get it off the page, that is. Okay. And that, my friends, wraps up that spread. So let's take a peek. See, once again, this is my social media planner, and it's a little spread using the Kelva Plan Blushing Fall Florist. Unfortunately, it's a very old book, but if you have it in your stash, this is your signal to pull it out and decorate a spread or two, so that you keep using your stash. If you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a great day. Bye.